We have a bad day because we have the hoarder lady too now.
Good, she's good.
We overbooked guests today.
Who else is
Hoarder?
Hoarder?
She's a therapist on Hoarders.
You watch that show, Hoarders?
That show's fucking
Isn't it it's
horrifying.
fucked up.
She'll fit in.
Yeah.
You want to hang
do
for
that?
this?
It's fucked
Yeah,
up.
why do people do that?
I don't know.
She's
coming in?
And every time I
She's gonna
watch
be
it,
here in
I get
5
angry.
seconds.
Yeah.
I just want to. I'm like, burn the place down. Burn the fucking place
But
down.
then they talk about if you do that, they'll just hoard new shit,
yeah.
right? That's the
I mean,
whole
with
thing.
them in it.
They just start over.
It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, kill them.
They should be hoarding salve to put on their wounds.
Why bother? They just start over.
That's true.
They just start over.
I've been watching so many episodes, and I just see
But
this
it's all
whole
because
enabling thing.
their kids, it's all because their mom threw out their favorite toy when they were 10
Yeah.
years
Right.
old,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they hoard shit.
And they
That's
hoard
all
it.
is.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It really is amazing.
My
what
dad does
tips
that
them
a
off.
bit. Like there's a very clear my dad's mom threw out his toys when he was 12, and he fucking keeps everything. Like it's not like this, obviously. But
Is he
like,
sloppy or is he neat?
He's neat about it. Like it's kind of organized in his way, but like you can tell that he doesn't like to get rid of things. He likes to like see all his belongings and little piles, kind of. Like,
Wow, that's a thing.
and it's so clear, but he knows it's all because his mom threw his shit out. Like it's not like subconscious. He's like,
Is that OCD too, though? Is it
yes,
the same? It is.
definitely.
It's got to be a
is
combination of the
OCD.
two, right?
Yeah, there's definitely some like sense that something bad will happen if this stuff isn't like that. I guess
Yeah, it's
that's
like,
what makes it
bad. Here
compulsive.
she is.
Oh, there you go.
How you been?
Robin's back.
How are you?
Robin.
Just bring us. Just sit right there.
Or move her to the table. We'll
Yeah,
just
move her
crowd
to
in
the
a
table.
little bit.
Sit with all of us. We'll bring a mic
Robin,
over.
come on.
Get
I don't know.
get a
It's an awful
goddamn
lot of
chair
it.
and
Robin, you smell
come
good.
on in here.
Get over here.
Scared.
Like having it. No.
You know Seth Rogan to
Hi,
your
I'm
right?
Seth.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
And
as
How
well.
are you,
Jim
You
Brewer.
remember? It's good to see you again.
And Jim Brewer behind
Brewer,
you.
of course, the great Jim Brewer.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Sam's putting
Jim.
a microphone up for Jim.
We have been, believe it or not, we're on the air. I know.
People are driving to work right now.
Yeah, they're driving, listening, I hope.
Listening to this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You see Seth's movie 50-50?
I haven't.
Well, you better. That's why he's here. And it's a great movie.
We're talking about emotion and how men don't like to cry during movies.
Yeah. Oh,
And,
psychologist. Fuck.
yeah, you
We're
understand
fucked
that.
now, man.
Yeah.
Like Anthony won't cry at a movie. I'm a
I hate
blubbering
that.
sissy.
Even alone, I feel like, oh, don't do it, don't
So what
do
were you
it.
afraid of?
I don't know. You tell
Come
me.
on, let's talk about it.
You're the doc. You tell me.
That it'll
I
just
don't know.
never stop. That's what I'm afraid.
That's
Maybe
what-
it'll just never stop. Once
just
that
never
plug
stop.
gets pulled, I'll be a wreck for the rest of my life.
Yeah. You're afraid
I don't
it's all
know.
going to pour
I find
out.
I find it embarrassing.
Why?
It embarrasses. I don't know why. I guess the easy answer would be, oh, well, obviously you must think it's not manly or something. But that really isn't it. I don't feel that part of it.
You
I
know,
just
I
find
have
it
some
embarrassing.
time after the segment. We could,
Yeah.
process it a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, that sounds like an offer, or I'm a lunatic. Well, a case study.
Process.
It's a loss of control, too. People are afraid of losing control when you're crying. You're
I know I'm not going to be a blubbering mess rolling around the house or something, but, even just, I don't know. I think because it starts making you question why you're crying. It's like, all right, it's sad. I know that, but what about it is so sad, and why does that make me sad? And then maybe it gets a little deeper into the brain than I really want to get.
Yeah.
When I'm watching something really sad and I don't want to cry just because the same reason, you just feel like it's all going to go. I just remember, it's not real. It's a movie. It's not real.
see? Yeah, I do
What
that.
makes you sad? Like when you see a neat apartment? And you're like,
I'm going to go broke.
Oh, my gosh. I'm not going to have a job.
No more shows.
But it is real, is what's fucked up, because the emotions it makes you think of are totally
Right.
real. And I think that's why I know I don't like to cry in a movie, because it's obvious you're not crying at the fucking fish that got eaten. You're crying about
There's
some
a
other
reason.
shit in your own life.
Right.
It
Thinking
resonates
about
somehow.
your fish
It's
that
tapping
got
into
eaten.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be something there.
It's more intimidating just to break down and look around like,
I'm crying.
Yeah, that's
Soak
what it
me
is. You
in.
just don't want to. You don't want to be in that position where you got to start asking yourself why.
Yeah.
Why am I there? That's why I'm asked all the time. Like, why? You fall asleep with the TV on at night. Why? It's like so I don't have to be with my thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't want to delve too deep into my own
memories.
psyche.
Who wants to remember when a small boy? Psst, wake up.
No, that never. No, as far as I know, I don't remember it. And I think I remember my whole childhood. No, I had great other shit going on at the time. But it's like I don't know. You think too much, you can't go to sleep.
I'm telling you, the mind is a dangerous place.
It is.
I'm telling you.
I know. It's amazing. And with, of course, you're here, Hoarders. You're on Hoarders. I was just watching you, of course, again. And I know you've been here in the past, and we've discussed it. And I hate the way these people are handled with the kid gloves. And but you said it last time. You go, well, people are constantly berating them and yelling at them to clean up the place. And that doesn't work, so we try the different approach. Now, I don't totally agree, because a lot of the people I see on these shows, they're enablers. They don't tell them, hey, clean this shit up. But they're like, okay, well, she wants to hang on to these things. And like, I think someone's really got to take charge.
I do. Haven't you seen
Yeah,
me
but
on
you
the
give
show?
them that. You give them that, like, all right, you're going to look through everything. You make sure you look. And I'm just looking at the house being a mess going, you can't look at everything. There's too much stuff.
Well, that's true, but
Throw it away.
I mean, I think you have to remember that we're there to avert a crisis. Like, we don't really think that we're going to clean up the house in 2 days. Like, sometimes it happens. I recently did a shoot where, basically everything did go. It was just, scooping it and throwing it in the dumpster. But, the reality is a lot of people who are compulsive hoarders do have some good stuff. I think that we tend to think that it's all
Right.
It's all
crappy
garbage.
stuff.
Some of that
It's all
shit's
garbage.
actually good.
I never even thought of that.
I never fucking thought of that at all. I always assume it's newspapers and shit like that.
Yeah.
Dog food.
TV guides and stuff, yeah.
Dude, throw out these Joe DiMaggio rookie cards. You're taking up too much
Okay,
space.
well, that would be good.
Never.
I mean, in the midst of all of it, you do find some good stuff. We just came back from Texas, and, there was a lot of good stuff there.
What was good that you found in someone's house that they had a lot
Hoarders
of?
should team up with American Pickers.
Drive
over the
cliff.
They
Solving
buy
a
the
couple
good
of
shit
problems.
and you fucking clean up all the rest.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of different kind of classifications of hoarder. I don't know if you put them in that, but there are the hoarders that it is mostly clutter. They're you can almost consider it organized. Things are stacked up against the walls and maybe
Organized
plastic
hoard.
containers. Yes, the organized hoard. Then there is the cluttered hoard where it's not stacked up nicely. It's just all over the place. But still, it is clothes and goods and things like that. Then there's what I call the ratings grabber.
Here we go.
Like
The
the dirty
disgusting
raccoon
garbage.
living in the fucking shower.
There's
Oh, yeah.
human feces in the bathtub. Roaches now are making a big hit. Roaches, if you could,
They're on a comeback.
they are,
Sweeps. That's
man,
the sweeps.
if you could open up a cabinet and have roaches just flying out of this thing, I am watching.
Wait till you see what's going to come.
Yes,
Are
No.
people getting grosser now that they see they're getting attention for it?
on purpose, right?
I
don't
wouldn't
know
normally
about
shit in the
that,
tub, but
I'm competing with the last lady.
I'm telling you, this last place that I was at, it was unbelievable. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable. I mean, every time you scooped, they just ran everywhere, and they flew. They flew,
Oh,
and they
shit.
for some reason they always want to fly at your face.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
why can't you fly somewhere else?
And what do you do when you leave these? Because you don't want to bring them back to your house. Do you have to? You got to get them off of you.
so like a decontamination
Yeah.
process.
No, I mean,
hoarder's
it's not like they're,
decontamination.
I'm covered in roaches.
You got to
when
get
I
naked,
leave.
is what you got to do. Make sure there's none hiding, right?
I knew
right?
it would take
right?
you there.
How about bed bugs? They scare me too. You don't want to go home with a
Fuck,
bed bug
yeah.
in your pant cuff. Can you imagine a pregnant bed bug in your pant cuff?
That's all it would take,
Oh my
Jimmy.
god!
That's the nightmare right there.
Yeah.
And it only takes one.
Yeah.
Pregnant bed bug?
What's that?
I said, where do you get this stuff? A pregnant bed bug?
Well, they have to somehow. But little
Yeah.
bed bugs don't just crop up. Bed
be
bugs like to
terrible.
fuck.
Right.
Have you over the years that you've been doing this show now? It's been a few years. How many? They probably
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Have you noticed anything or done anything differently over the course of the years where you notice like, okay, I'm kind of seeing this happening more often, and this is the best way to deal with it?
I never know what I'm going to walk into. You know, we get the
Always
pitch
with a smile,
and we
though.
see pictures,
Well,
and
you
then you
kinda
walk
have an
in,
idea.
and sometimes it's a completely different story. It's worse or it's not as bad, and it's always a crapshoot. You never
How
know
they
what you're walking into.
how they greet you with a smile on their face when they open that door, like they're opening it to a palatial,
Welcome to
beautiful
my
mansion.
home.
They're like, "Hi, come on in, hello," and you guys are like, "Hi,"
But they
And I'm
really
like,
don't
you're
think
walking
it's
into a pigsty.
They don't think it looks weird though anymore, right? Like to them, it's like kind of normal, right? Or
You know, you guys see them in denial, and I think that there's some reality of why they're not letting people in their house, because they know, like, this is a little out of control or a lot out of control. You know, I mean, there's some level of awareness. I really believe that. You know, people stay in denial because they're scared. If you acknowledge there's a problem, then you have to do something about it.
I've noticed a lot of excuses going on with these people. Oh, man, just excuse after excuse. They won't take the blame and put it on themselves. And when they say that the most important thing to them is, and then they'll name a few things, one of which should be, and sometimes is their family. They say, oh, my family, my kids are the most important thing in the world. Yet their actions show that their family is not the most important thing. It's their collection of some
cookie tins,
ceramic fucking penguins.
Solches.
Yeah,
Cookie tins.
Salsa lids.
I love my children, but where will I put my cookies without this tin?
You know, we talked about this last time. I mean, you know, compulsive hoarding is a form of mental illness, period. At the end of the day, they got brain chemistry stuff going on.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, going back to your question, like, you know, people don't, you know, fill up their houses overnight. And so it's like, do they see this? Well, I don't think that they do necessarily, because they're slowly bringing in stuff.
What about the people that live with them?
Yeah,
too?
the enablers.
The enablers, yeah.
How
They're
about
not
they
alone.
notice and do something?
I've rarely seen a husband that I have any respect for on those shows. I look and go, what are you doing that you allowed this to even get to this point?
I think that one of the reasons why people don't take a stand is they're scared to death, because oftentimes people who are hoarding stuff defend their stuff so much, and they start using anger to get people to back off. I don't know if you saw the show with Eileen, where she blamed everything on the children, and the husband was he was a firefighter.
Yeah.
And at one point I'm like, you're a mandated reporter, like, you're living in this, what's going on? And he was so scared of her that he just couldn't take a stand.
Was she the heavy-set gal? That doesn't narrow it down on Hoarders. Oh, okay.
I am always, it is amazing how a lot of the times they are from that same mold, a large mold. Hoarders tend to be a little more overweight.
Yeah, like, is it like it? I mean, you say it's like a chemical imbalance, but then how come, like, sociologically there seems to be so many similarities between the people that have this problem?
I believe that when you're living in an environment like that, and you're literally stepping over stuff and, you know, walking through goat paths, you're not exercising, you're not eating healthy, you can't even cook in the kitchen, and so you're bringing in takeout, and, you know, you're not you're not living in a healthy environment. You're not taking
Got to
care
roll
of
around the house like
yourself
a
either.
ninja.
How do they sleep with all the roaches scampering around? That would drive me nuts.
I'm telling you. I mean, again, wait till you see this episode that's going to air. It was uncomfortable just standing there, let alone thinking about
Did
sleeping.
they crawl on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but
You brought them home with you.
I can't.
Do you hoard it? Because your book is called, she wrote a book called The Hoarder in You, How to Live a Healthier, Happier, Uncluttered Life. And I understand it to a certain, because I clutter a little bit. Like, I save, like, celebrity stuff. But I'm not, I don't have.
your guys' desk here, you know.
Well, this will be cleaned up
It's,
by the interns who just are here to admire our talent.
This is good. I can use this. I can use this. I need the strap is fine.
So help me understand why you need goggles in.
That was earlier.
We were doing prostate tests.
Because of my other 50
You know what? I knew
goggles.
that was a mistake to go.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You never know when an accident will occur.
Oh, Dr. Robin.
No, this guy, Sam, is a bit of a hoarder. And he's a cheapskate, and he's a bit of OCD. He's a horrible chiseler, and we made him break his shitty 12-inch TV today. We broke it so he can get a 22-inch
Well,
TV.
explain to Seth. It's a 12-inch Quasar from 1990. What? 99.
12-inch
Okay.
cathode
He has a
ray
12-inch
tube.
TV in his.
Yeah. And you kept
Guys,
it.
first of all, if he's a hoarder, you know, if you broke his TV, he's going to keep it still, because, you know, he's going to fix it someday.
Oh, that's true. Someday
right?
I'll fix it.
You
I
plan on
guarantee
keeping
you,
that TV?
next year when I come back, he'll still have that
You're-
TV.
I'll have a big broken TV.
She's not that far off. He didn't say because he couldn't, because it was broken in here.
Well, Sam, explain your major thing you do to Robin.
Yes.
So she could read you.
Well, I've my wrestling collection.
Yeah.
Sam, you collect wrestling.
Yes.
You were trying so hard.
Wrestling collection, yes. He collects older gentlemen who hold him down.
You collects wrestling experiences.
Yes, in rest areas.
It's not just action figures, which he has thousands of at this point.
No, I just collect wrestling things, and
He has to tape every
No, but you
single wrestling show.
And then he puts it on DVD and saves them. And I go, why are you saving these? Like, you don't watch them.
I was just going to say, and I bet he doesn't watch them.
No.
I don't have time to watch them. I have to tape the next one.
Too busy fucking taping them.
Like, there's no reason for you to catalog these episodes.
But if he misses one, it really bothers him. It freaks him the fuck out.
Wow.
I have a theory. Sam's an asshole.
I concur.
That was a leap.
Wow. Clinically.
So, what's with this need to record every single wrestling match?
Yeah, every show, every
When
TV
you were young,
show.
did your mom not let you watch an wrestling thing one day, and then that's...
No, but like, I want to be able to, if there is a moment, because what if I miss? That's the moment that
It's
I miss.
always the what if.
But what about the internet? Couldn't you go back?
Right.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
ever a good moment? If by some miracle something interesting actually happened in wrestling, don't you think they would put it online to fucking commemorate the fact that something interesting happened?
He doesn't want to acknowledge the internet, though.
Well, no, you don't know when you can't get online or when you can't.
Why couldn't you?
Oh, my God. What is this, 1990?
Why couldn't you?
Well,
My
now he
dial-up
broke
keeps
his TV,
cutting off.
So now he can't even,
Well, that was to force him
That was to force him to get a flat screen.
to get a bigger TV. So he went from a
TV.
12-inch to a 22.
He got a 22
For
inch.
$200
bedroom
bucks.
TV. It doesn't need to be over the top.
He's a cheapskate, though.
Why are
Like,
you watching TV in the bedroom?
Why watching?
good point. That's right. Meanwhile, that strap-on is still sitting in the wrapping.
I always know.
Oh, Dr. Robin.
Sorry.
Oh, Robin. You did it to yourself.
Yeah, but what is it with hoarders and being cheap? Like this fear of running out? What is it?
You know what, though? It's, again, I know you're looking at the hoard of stuff and you think it's all garbage, but people are going into serious financial debt, going out and spending and buying stuff,
Yeah, why, though? They don't need to.
Well, if it was that easy, then, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about compulsive hoarding.
It does seem like when you talk to them that they do understand that there's a problem that needs to be remedied. And it seems to be as easy as just throwing the crap away that you don't need. I can understand them going, well, there's some good stuff here. All right, pick out the good stuff. But they're going through this cat urine-soaked box for a book that they had since the 9th grade. And it's like, maybe you could let that go.
There's roach eggs on it. You're not going to read it.
Yeah.
But in their mind, someday they will. It's sort of like
The
Sam
someday,
here,
just in
who,
case.
I think
someday when he says he has a moment, really?
I think it's all a fear of death. I think it all is like...
Is that what everything boils down
I
to?
think it is.
Yeah,
It's
I think
all
you're right.
like, I'm going to die one day, and what if I never get to experience these things ever again? And so I'm going to have them around and to make sure that that this chapter isn't over, that it's not done with. It's always available for me to go back to.
Like leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
I'm more fascinated that wrestling still exists.
and how old is this now? I mean,
28.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's
He's getting married. He
embarrassing.
has a fiance.
That's embarrassing.
A very understanding. And
Yeah.
Man, way out of his fucking league, man.
We all see this as a problem. Do you see this as a problem, Sam?
No, it doesn't hinder my life whatsoever.
Robin, talk to this numbskull.
Is there what's the line between hobbies and fucking that shit?
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is, if you have a hobby, you hopefully can do something with it. But 80,000 wrestling episodes,
You've never watched.
Lifetime,
Yeah.
You're not going to even get to it.
Yeah, but the passion for that wrestling is shared with
You know
everybody
what?
on the air
Someday
here
I'm going to
today.
write a book called Yeah But.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
But.
Yeah,
If
But
I
is-
had to count how many
Yeah.
times I've heard that.
Yeah, But.
Yeah, But.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
I would buy that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
yeah, but yeah, but
Yeah, but. Hey, yeah, but. You don't understand.
Okay, it's 2 words.
Yeah.
It's 2 words.
Yeah.
and the little line under it could be examples of when people say yeah, but.
Jimmy knows how to ruin a title.
But, Sam, the
People
good
will get
news
that.
is, we can, do another episode with you,
But when I watch Hoarders, I go, well, my apartment's not nearly that bad. So
I'm sure everyone
fine.
who watches Hoarders
Yeah.
says that.
Exactly that. Seagulls at the dump watch hoarders and say that.
I'm sure the hoarders who watch Hoarders are
The reason
constantly-
why his apartment isn't bad yet is because a lot of his shit is at his parents' house.
See?
They're the enablers in this situation.
But his mother hoards things about him. She has his creepy little Cub Scout uniforms. She has his hair from when the therapist.
Not a little lock of hair. The entire hair from a haircut put in Tupperware.
Serious?
His mother.
Serious.
Tupperware?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
From when he had an afro, when you were 20 or something like that?
Yeah, I was about 20,
She
and then my
saved
mom
it when
cut
he-
it all off, and then she saved it in a Tupperware. I didn't ask her to save that hair. That's her thing.
That's her hair.
That's her picture frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My
now he's
baby.
putting his hoard on his mom, saying, "Oh no, I didn't." tell her
See?
to
The
keep
excuse,
it.
the yeah,
it's-
but,
I'm
all that
telling
stuff.
you, I'm
I bet you
telling
he wants her to keep it. You think so?
I'm not going there.
I bet he does. I bet he does. That means something special to him, like Mommy loves me.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't, in a sense, like if she throws it out now, she doesn't care like she used to.
Oh.
Do you
Well,
think
she just doesn't want a fucking container of hair in her closet.
Yeah. Yes. She doesn't want to be reminded of something that sat on an empty shell.
Does she tie that and put it on a little string and carry it around with her, so that she can, have a piece of you?
Yeah.
No, she keeps it all in the Tupperware, in the cupboard.
Did she ever explain why? She kept.
No, she has no explanation for why. She can't explain it. It's not an explainable thing, though.
I'll tell you right now why she does it.
Why?
She fears that if she throws out the hair, she's throwing out a piece of him.
Right.
Right. Whereas she should have thrown out all of them when she first got the news from the doctor.
You're on your own.
You're on your own. She just said, wow. I've never heard her say that on any other show. But 10 minutes in here, and hey, you're on your own.
Wow.
You know what? That's not good when the doctor walks in a house and goes, you know what? You're on your own.
You're on your own. I don't even know what to do with you.
Yeah.
That is bizarre, though, right? That his mom, they have this weird thing. Like, you think you're throwing out a piece of, you're not. It's bizarre.
So he's got issues, right? Because he doesn't listen to us.
Look, we all have issues.
Well, sure.
I mean,
But we're not
it's
focusing
just,
on us
you
today.
know.
We're focusing on Seth.
Let's talk about your issues.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay.
He's got some good ones.
I do have some good ones.
I like this.
I got a mama issue.
Really? I can help you with that too.
That's all right.
I think at this point we're doing group therapy.
Yeah.
I think at this
Should
point,
do group here. Just hold hands.
Let's go around the room. Mom issue, aunt.
Oh, please. I don't even. Everything. It's too many to count.
Too many to
He
count.
has a fear of crying.
Yeah, fear of crying.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm just embarrassed that, like, my genitals are just like, freakishly large.
That's your cross to bear.
It's an embarrassment of riches.
It's tough. Yeah.
Do you just stay home and like write these things down? Pull them out like, oh yeah, this is a new one. Okay.
I have plenty of issues, but I'm very comfortable talking about them. I'm a sex addict.
Yeah, we all talk about them.
Yeah.
We do, Robin.
I hoard
We're not holding back
sexual
too much.
stuff. Like all the photos I have from people. Yeah, like a finger from some.
Jimmy's
like,
got
It's called
serial,
taking trophies. Yeah.
He's got serial killer type files.
But just like porn and stuff like that, I hoarded for the same like stuff that I've watched. I don't just go out and grab it, but I'm afraid of wanting it and not having it. It's this fear of running out. It's so stupid.
Well, where'd Sam go? Oh, there
She's
he
over
is.
there.
He moved. You
Yeah.
guys,
Well,
I'm telling you,
he's
you're
trying
not
to
far off the
avoid.
continuum.
No, I know.
Yeah. There's.
I feel like I used to be like that, and then I started just throwing everything out. Like I used to keep like every time I was in a magazine or newspaper, I would keep it, and then one day I was like, I don't want any of this fucking shit.
You'd be
I still do
surprised.
save that stuff though. I don't find that to be as crazy to like look at in 20
all
years.
online. Who cares?
That's
No,
the
but
thing. I
some-
figure it's all like
online, print
I
it,
just
yeah.
started thinking like, has there ever been a time I've been looking for something and not had it or not
Yeah.
been able to access something? Like I couldn't think of one time. I was like, oh, it'd be great to read that fucking Rolling Stone article from 6 years ago, but it just, and if I wanted to, it's probably
It's
online
there.
somewhere. Yeah,
Exactly.
like
there.
every wrestling event that's ever occurred
Right.
in the history of humanity.
There you go, Sam.
I don't
Sam.
want to watch
You
it
could
online.
watch Coco Beware wrestle on the internet right now if you wanted to.
But your point is actually spot on because the reality is once these people throw that stuff away, they're not obsessing like they think that they are, and that's why they can't get rid of it. Is they think, oh my gosh, if I give this up, like I will forever regret it. I'm going to be in this like insane anxiety state, and what if I want it and I can't
But
get
it's
it back?
all OC. It's all OCD though, isn't it? Like, isn't it all a form of like as far as like it's all roots to the simple problem of like these people think something terrible will happen if they do something that is incredibly normal.
Are you asking me or the doctor?
I'm asking. I don't know. I'm just kind of putting it out there. But is that what it is? I mean, is it all?
A little sensitive, aren't you?
Another problem.
That was me being arrogant, thinking I'm on the same intellectual level. Like, well,
No, but is it? Is that what it is? Like, is it all the same thing? Like, is someone who thinks they have to touch a light switch 5 times before leaving a room, do they have the same problem as someone who has every fucking, episode of...
At the end of the day, it's all fear. It's all fear. Fear, if you don't touch the light switch 5 times, something bad.
It's all something in their brain saying something bad is going to happen,
exactly.
but it won't.
It is a chemical thing, though.
It really is. It really is,
Unfortunately.
And I think...
So there's no way to fix it through talking, like, so then is there any, like, unless you're medicating people on Hoarders, which you aren't, is there any point to, like, that's the question, like, since it is a chemical imbalance, is there any point to doing anything other than medicating these people?
If you look at anything that you're afraid of, the only way to get over it is to go through it, right? We can talk about it all day long, but until you face your fear and test out if what you fear is going to happen, you never know. You just stay scared.
But does that actually change the chemical makeup?
It does.
It does.
Amazing.
Really?
It's amazing.
is it a case of you can't think yourself into good action? You have to act yourself into good thinking.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jimbo.
That's just for you.
That's the title of my book.
I like that.
That's right.
I like happy
Confessions
endings
of a
better.
butt fucker.
That's the second line.
That's
Yes.
the long line.
Yeah. But it's spelled B-U-T as in an aside. But
Fucker.
Wow.
wow.
That really is.
What? You didn't answer the question in all seriousness.
I don't think some of the collecting or hoarding is just based on a fear that something bad will happen if you get rid of it. Because I know I've collected over the years a lot of electronic or computer stuff and thinking, I might use this at some point, knowing that, in a week it's dated. And the reason I pulled it out of the other computer and put it in a box somewhere is because I got something new. Anyway, but I'd always hold on to it going like, I must have had like 50 graphics cards over the past 10 years put in boxes and stuff, knowing I'm never going to use it.
I have all this old computer stuff because I'm convinced if something goes down,
You need to go back to an old computer.
someone's going to save us by all this old stuff. Like, does anyone have a 1972 computer? I do, fucker. I do. And I win the movie.
The only
every
one
time
that
it
beat
works.
the robots.
only people with DOS prompts will live.
Yeah. I didn't think I had one. Now I just realized I got all this old electronics, and I swear it's because when it all goes down, I'm going to be able to save everyone.
That's crazy.
So,
I'll stick to guns when it all goes down.
Glue or something.
Yeah, I think that would work.
Throw computer parts at it.
You guys are wondering how could people do this, and so far, all of you are hoarders.
Everyone does it.
to
Yeah.
a point.
Well, I think every
Yeah,
single
to a
person
point.
is
That's
to a
what this book is
point.
about. Like, we all fall on the continuum. We
Thank
can
God
all
I-
relate
yeah.
in some way to the difficulty of letting go of stuff.
Thank God I'm wealthy enough to have Mexicans come over every week.
Right.
Though.
The hoarder in you. This is what happens if your uncle is a hoarder. The hoarder in you.
Dr. Robbins is shaking her head.
It's the sequel to The Hoarder on You.
Yes.
Every time I'm on, I go, what was I thinking?
Yeah, what was I
What
thinking?
was I thinking,
Yeah, that's why
I'm thinking this time it's going to be different.
We try to let enough time pass where maybe you'll gloss it over as something memorable and fun.
What exactly? Are you just addressing hoarding that's not as extreme? Like that's not as much as like regular people hoarding?
It's like what they call pack ratting, right? Is that like what happened to that term? That went away now?
I
yeah.
think it's kind of gone away and it's been replaced.
With hoarding.
Look, the show on A&E, Hoarders, has blown this condition wide open. We've got copycat shows, but the reality is everybody can relate at some level. Of course you read the book, so you know.
Oh, it was
please.
a terrific book.
I did read it. I enjoyed it.
Cover to cover,
In
obviously.
the beginning,
Couldn't put it down.
I talk about that makeup drawer, and it's only, so wide, 6 inches by 12 inches. And I've got a little container of makeup from high school and college that I hold on to. Black eyeliner, that kind of stuff, none of which I wear now, but I go, you never know. Someday, and it'd be wasteful
Throw
to
it
go out
away.
and spend $15 on eyeliner. So I keep
Right.
it, even though there's no way in hell I'm going to put that on my face.
Right.
Why
But I
wouldn't you
still
throw it
hold on
away?
to
You could just go to Sephora or go to the makeup room on Hoarders, and they would do it for free.
I know.
But you know what I'm saying? They have a makeup person.
Yeah.
But it's on a continuum. The other thing I'm known for is my 200 pairs of shoes. But you know what? I can access every single one of them. They're all lined up. I know
Oh,
where
well,
they
then
are.
that's totally
Now we
fine.
sound like
and
a yeah,
useful.
but to me.
That sounds like a yeah, but. Yeah,
Yeah, but I can access them.
access it.
Tripping over 'em,
Sure.
It seems
Identify,
like
don't
square
compare.
footage is the difference between someone who just has a big collection of shit and a hoarder.
That's right.
Exactly.
If your closet is big enough.
Exactly. If these people had 30,000 square foot homes, they wouldn't be hoarders at
Right.
all. Just people with a lot of shit.
In a small place. That sucks.
That's the difference. Well, I can look at all of my
I got a big
shoes.
closet. The square footage has disqualified you from hoarding.
I would love to.
Seriously.
I would love to be able to grab a few pairs of your shoes and say, "Look, how would you feel if I threw
You're not
these
getting my
away?
shoes, I'll tell you
If I
right
threw
now.
these away, anxiety level between 1 and 10. How anxious is this making you?"
And more accurately,
Watching me in action.
Oh,
Listen
I
to
love
him,
it.
anxiety
I
level
love
0 to 10.
Hoarders.
Like, what's up with that?
Hoarders is great.
and then the question, how would you feel if he put them on and pranced around the house and felt pretty?
Now the anxiety level has to go up to 20, 30.
Like I said, he's not getting a hold of my shoes.
No, wow.
Why do you have so many
really-
pairs of shoes?
I love shoes.
How often do you wear a different pair? Like, when's the last time you wore those boots?
In the roach house.
Yeah.
There's
bed bugs nesting in it.
There's no bugs nesting in my shoes.
There's bugs in her shoes, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Nice host.
Might be a bed bug in there, right?
I'm sure there
no
is.
bed bugs in my shoes.
All that
pregnant bed
fur.
There's fur. I do see fur.
The boots have dandruff.
Rampant breeding grounds. Nothing makes
Well,
those
okay,
things
now that you mention
hornier
it.
than fur's an aphrodisiac to those
Yeah.
fuckers.
I mean, they can't believe someone was dumb enough to walk in with fur. They're like, we haven't seen one of these in 5 years. Hop on, boys.
Like a train coming in here.
We're going to Shoe Town.
If they're living in my shoes, you know where they're living when I leave here.
Right here.
no.
This place is
Well,
infested.
We'll just
I
fight
wanna,
with the other
I
bugs.
leave you guys with something.
Yeah, some bed bugs,
Some
cockroaches.
something to remember me by. You
Yeah.
know?
Hey, does this happen in other countries, this hoarding thing?
It's all over.
It is?
all over.
So it's
But-
not just the United States in general?
No. I mean, the reality
There's
is...
assholes all over
Khmer
the world.
Rouge in their skulls.
Yeah. Paul
all over
Pot
the
was
place.
hoarding bodies.
I mean, I don't know. Are there hoarders in Ethiopia? I don't really know.
How about
'cause
you
I've
go
never
there with the
been
show
there.
and find out?
Hoarders International.
Yeah,
Come
let's
on.
do
I see it now.
Good,
Let's
right?
do this.
Talking
I see
about
it now.
We are so talking
Let's do
about
this.
it. Yeah, I mean, we've been up to Canada a few times. But yeah, I
We got
mean,
hoarders there?
the reality
Yeah.
is, again, I got to stress,
Canadian hoarders.
hoarders blew this whole thing wide open.
Yeah.
And, so many people are sitting in silence. So when you say, how many hoarders are there, we have no idea. Estimates are 3 million, but we actually think it's closer to 7 million because, who opens their door and says, come on in, and, oh, by the way, my children don't have a bed to sleep in. And, but
It's that house that has the curtains closed all the time. They put the newspaper over the little window on the door.
Their lawn's a little long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have one in the neighborhood,
You
don't
kind
we?
of think maybe someone's cooking up some crystal meth in the neighborhood when you walk by their house.
Yeah,
How
they're
do
just
I know it
hoarding
smells like
dead
cat
cats.
urine?
Hey, are you doing any book signings?
not this trip, but I'll sign your book.
Okay, I want to because we're wrapping up soon. I think we have a couple
Yeah.
minutes. We have time. Oh, I'm fine if we have time. I just want to make sure everybody's plugged.
I don't know who has to go, so.
All right, well, all time.
Whoever goes,
Me.
goes.
Seth is plugging 50/50, which is on Blu-ray January what?
24th, I think.
Is it on demand or something now? Because I've heard this is great.
Yeah,
it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
I just want to jump in again. I did see this movie 2 days ago. I loved it. Fucking loved it. Loved Seth's performance. The writing was amazing, and there's definitely laughs in there. A little different look at cancer, and I think it's going to be up for some awards.
Thanks.
Oh, look at you.
Fuck yeah!
Seth's an animal.
No,
I am.
Yes, it's an animal.
Can you feel it coming off
Yeah.
of me?
Let's tie it all in. Somebody was hoarding cancer cells.
Hey,
Good
anything?
segue.
Is Seth promoting anything else?
Not really. Don't
you have a charity?
I am actually. Yes, I'm doing. I'm in a charity competition. I'm getting beaten by Jonah Hill and Ed Norton, which is fucking humiliating. So go to crowdrise.com and donate to my charity page to help me beat those guys.
Very cool.
We'll
What's
money.
the charity Crowdrise for?
Well, that's it's like a social network for charities, but I work with the Alzheimer's Association.
Okay.
Awesome.
And Brewer, just so you know, Jim is the great Jim Brewer is doing the Heavy Metal Family Man Tour. It's the Highline Ballroom, which is on 16th Street here in Manhattan. It's this Friday night. Go to highlineballroom.com or just call if you're not near your computer, 212-414-5994 to see Brewer. And I'm not going to plug all my dates. Just go to eatabullet.com. I have Poughkeepsie, Tempe, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, Rochester, and Toledo coming up.
But you're not promoting.
No, I'm just going to mention the cities. Yeah, you get the dates.
That's not promoting.
Absolutely.
Screw it.
And the book, once again, for Robin, who's always a great guest.
It's called The Hoarder in You, How to Live a Happier, Healthier, Uncluttered Life. Very odd with the clutter of words. The irony is so thick you can cut it with a knife.
It's a long title. It's a very long title.
Yes.
I'm hoarding words.
Yes, you are.
And it's a nice little book, and I'm going to read this because I picked it up, and like I said, I wish I would have read this. It looked very good.
And the show on A&E Monday, 9 p.m. It's fantastic. I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of hating the people I see on it. I just have no patience for it. I yell. I tweet all the time. I'm tweeting during the show going, burn it down! Burn it down! That's just a horrible person. I know.
I'm telling you.
It isn't.
You've got issues.
I do. I know. Thank God, that's what got me this program. All of my issues.
But he tries to laugh it all away.
Oh,
and it's like they say, thank God I can laugh, but don't let me forget that I cried.
Jimmy is despicable with his shit.
Fucking fortune cookies.
Well, guys, I mean...
Jimmy's little sayings. Oh, man. It's
Always
Always grabbing...
I think that's an adage.
It sure is.
an adage. Yes, it's an adage.
Always grabbing for more than our share. I understand.
Yes.
All right, let's get the fuck out.
God.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Hey, thanks, everybody. And
I'm grateful you all came in.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Can't
having
have what I
us.
want. Please let me want what I have.
Another adage.
I hate an adage.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. Sirius XM. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show continues. This is After O&A Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
We're on. Roll in. Opie, I went over there and pushed my own button, but feel free to push yours. Well, Roland, Opie has to push your button too. Opie's still sitting here. What a great show. Seth Rogan, Jim Brewer, Dr. Zasio. Opie, are you going to turn on Roland's mic at least? You're going to have to at least acknowledge my presence.
There you go.
You're not going to turn yours on?
There you go.
Thank you. Thank God. This is Ants.
See you guys later. It was a fun show.
It was. Were you nervous that the three of them wouldn't mesh as well as they did?
What?
I don't know if nervous is the right
Nervous
word.
about what?
The three of them meshing though as well as they
Saying
did.
mesh.
He asked me to repeat the question.
But he didn't want to hear mesh again.
Well, then he should have answered the first time.
You're a real mesh of something.
Chip piped in for a second during that interview.
He did?
Yeah, in the last segment.
I didn't hear
Just
it.
for a second, over the laughs, Chip piped in.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember either, but I remember you made your presence known.
How great was that today? You had Seth, Brewer, Norton, just killing it.
Well, Jim Brewer is such an interesting... Jim can talk about anything for any length of time, and I can listen.
He's a great storyteller. I told him to come back because we didn't even get to really get into half the stuff he wanted to.
Yeah.
Every day Jim wants.
You know, Roland, you did your job too good today. I'm going to tell you that much.
Too good.
It was overbooked.
Yeah.
There was too much going on.
Does that count as a dick in the ass?
No.
Okay, good.
No, that's a good
because we
one.
had Seth Rogan at 8:30, but he could easily do an hour. Brewer. And then you had Seth at, 9?
9, yeah.
And then you had Robin at 9:30. That's
But then
crazy.
Seth got here, and Roland was like, Seth can just hang out for as long as you want. And so everybody had a party together.
Yeah, but what Robin's show and what she is an expert in is so interesting. Like, there's nobody that can't talk to her and ask questions. Everybody knows somebody, or we all collect shit. Like, there's always. She could mix with anybody.
But it looks like she collects herself. And that's why she's into this whole thing.
There was no way, because I could have said my wrestling tapes are in, date order or something, or I know where they are. Just because she has 200 pairs of shoes that she can find doesn't make her 200 pairs of shoes legitimate.
You date every tape?
Yeah, how else am I going to know what's on it? I record the DVD and write what date. Raw from December 16th. Whatever.
I think it's me and Norton's job now to get you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Well, there's too much going on, Sam. You don't need this crap.
You're going to wreck your marriage.
You're going to wreck your marriage and your
life. You get
life.
a hot chick.
We're going to get you out of your comfort zone. It was a good sign that you brought your TV in today, because I know that was a big deal.
I lost a bet.
But this wrestling thing, we got to get you out of that. I'm telling you.
Right. You can still love it, but you're not. He's also afraid of abandoning his childhood, because, and I relate to that too. Because what happens is, once you become a man, that part of your life is done, and it's scary to lose that part of your life.
I can't stop watching wrestling because
it makes you an adult.
I used to obsess about collecting baseball cards. Obsessed. Like, I had to have every single fucking baseball card out there. And then one day, I just let it go.
Yeah, but
and it was freeing, because now I don't have the stress to worry about it anymore.
You throw stuff out all the time, though. Like, you throw stuff out that shouldn't be thrown out.
I know, Lindsay, it drives Lindsay nuts.
You just throw out things.
I throw out a lot of stuff because,
you don't want to hoard it?
No, I don't.
But you could still, there's things.
But that goes back to being a radio guy. Like, I had to move to places, and I could only take what was, I could fit in my car. So I still have that mentality.
You have to know that you're an established person now. You have this wonderful Manhattan apartment.
What did I throw out that I needed to keep?
Well, I'm not picking through your garbage.
Well, nothing in the end.
But I know you
in the end, you realize you only need just a few things in your life. Couple nice shirts, couple nice pairs of jeans.
Yeah, but you only need 22
laptop,
inches of television.
a camera, and a phone. That's
You're
all
more
I
of a
need.
minimalist, though. You're that guy. Like, you don't need. My mom is like that. She doesn't save everything. My father and I save. My mom doesn't. You're like that.
I save important stuff like birthday cards and things like that.
My mom saves everything.
But Sam, it's not about me today. It could be about me tomorrow. Well, here's the deal with you.
Yeah.
Like, you're a huge wrestling fan, so keep your action figures, fine. Keep your pictures with the wrestlers, fine. Keep anything wrestlers signed, fine. Get rid of the stupid tapes, though. It'll be freeing to you.
Or keep them and just stop taping it.
Right.
Put them in a box somewhere where they're not an important. Like, you, and even the wrestling figures, you could save them, but you could put some of them away and still have them in a closet in the box. It's almost like you're not denying that part of your life, and you're not leaving it alone. You're just making a little bit more room.
Because someone asked, I think, Seth, when does it go from collecting stuff to a problem?
Right.
The problem with you is collecting the wrestling shows. Everything else, I think, is fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I like. I like wrestling tapes.
You don't like them because you don't watch them.
But I have watched some of them. I
every
haven't
once
watched
in a while,
every single one.
All right, look. Every once in a while, when you do watch a wrestling tape, I guarantee it's on the internet.
Yeah,
so all of a sudden, something pops in your head, like Seth Rogan said today, Coco Beware. I think it was him.
Yeah.
You could go see that right now on the internet.
Yeah, but I can't see complete shows.
Right, and I understand that. I understand that desire, too. But even those are available on YouTube, and in the coming years will be available everywhere, because you can see with commercials and everything now.
I also don't like the just checking something on the internet and relying on other people to upload it, and then you have to rely on someone else to host it. And then
I used to hate when I'd watch like Ozzy concerts, live concerts, like where they would do fancy stuff. I just wanted to see the whole stage as is, so I didn't miss anything.
Right. Yeah.
Like if they went to the guitarist, I'm like, I'm missing something Ozzy's doing. Yeah. It is this irrational fear of missing something, and it's so stupid, because the moment where you need all that shit never comes. And even if it does come, let's say that moment comes, being bummed and not having it is not nearly as bad as the torment of worrying about it.
Yeah, the worry you got to make sure you got everything taped, it's not worth it.
Well, I don't feel like my life is being hindered at all.
Yeah, but you misread your girl on that TV thing.
You live your life your way.
What are you getting mad at me for now? Like I'm doing it to you.
Just live your life any way you want.
I'm not even in your house.
That's fine.
See, but you also, because
don't make it about me.
Well, you have your own issues.
Make it about me another day.
You have your own issues.
Oh, really? Like I haven't talked about it on the show? Of course I do.
But that makes my issues a bigger issue to you.
No, I won't even think of your issues as soon as I leave the studio. I'm making radio for the people.
You shouldn't.
I will.
I do worry about you, though, Sam, because you can nip this in the butt before it gets crazy.
Yeah, you don't want you misread something with your chick, which we all do because women are kind of hard to read sometimes.
Sure.
But that should set off an alarm bell. Like, my way of seeing things is not what I thought. It's not terrible. It's stupid. But sometimes little things happen where it's like, fuck, man, I am not reading the room as well as I thought. Like these really weird revelations we have.
Yeah.